Hello and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are doing another luxury unboxing. I'm going to be unboxing a pair of designer shoes. But before we get into all of that, be sure you take the time right now and subscribe. Also be sure to hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post. I post new videos every Thursday and Saturday. And yeah, let's get into the unboxing. All right, so here is the box. So these are some Saint Laurent, YSL, Yves Saint Laurent. I don't know why there's like so many ways to say this designer name. I don't know if there's a reason behind it. There might be a history, but the box says Saint Laurent, so I'm just gonna call these some Saint Laurent heels. And I will say I did actually purchase these from The RealReal, so they are pre-loved, pre-used. And if you haven't heard of The RealReal, they're basically an online thrift store of exclusively luxury and designer goods. But yeah, these ones were in excellent condition. You'll see when I unbox them, they look pretty much unworn. So really a steal of a deal. I got these for like over 50% off, which is wild. Yeah, so if you're ever looking for some designer items on a budget, on a deal, definitely check out The RealReal. Saint Laurent also in general has a couple outlet stores, so it's also a great way to save some of your money. But without further ado, let's just start unboxing. So just gonna open up the box. And like I said, I did get these used, so it doesn't have like all the papers and stuff that unboxing normally has, but this one did obviously come with the box and with the dust bags. And I honestly use these dust bags, I feel like way more than a regular average person. I know some people just see it and think of it as a throwaway item or not really useful, but I actually really like these a lot. And when I'm storing my heels in my house, in my closet, I do actually like to use the dust bags. I'll normally actually put them in the box in their dust bag, and that's how I store them, unless I'm going to display them on my shelves back here, which I do have some heels up right now. But yeah, so I think these dust bags are really, really handy. They're also great if you're traveling. I always throw my shoes in some of these dust bags, even if they're not designer shoes or super nice shoes. It's just a nice way to make sure your regular shoes don't get scuffed and messed up in a suitcase. So again, really big fan of the dust bag. And these ones are branded Saint Laurent, which is very nice and fancy. And so I'll go ahead. Oh, I'm so excited to show you guys these heels. Go ahead and unbag them at this point. Oh, here they are. Let me go ahead and get the second one, also in a dust bag, which is great. I hate when there's only one dust bag and then you kind of have to put the shoes in there together and they kind of rub and stuff, especially with patent leather. I like to keep them separate. All right, so here, let me clean up my working area. All right, so here they are, and these are the iconic YSL Opyum pumps. And the Opyum style, I think I'm saying that right, Opyum, that is the design where they have the YSL logo on the heel, which I think is just so iconic and just so cool. These shoes are like a piece of art in my opinion, having that design on them. And then the style I got, as you can see, is just a patent leather pump. It does come in a couple different styles. You can get a slingback, you can get more of like a strappy sandal look. I just went with the classic pump because I feel like it's a perfect mix of a simple basic shoe, but then has bam, a pop of fun and funkiness and style to it. So I really like that aspect. I also felt like the pump style is a little bit more comfortable and easy to wear, which I'll get into the whole comfort of the shoe later in this video, but just starting off, that's kind of why I picked this style. And yes, these are the patent leather, and I just think they are so sleek and just absolutely stunning shoe. Like I said, these are technically used, but looking at the bottoms of both of them, they are virtually unworn. Like the only thing you can really see on there is where I kind of pulled off some of the stickers, but it literally came with the stickers on. Really seemingly unworn and in almost perfect condition. They're just so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I had been looking for this heel for a really long time. When I first saw this design, I was just so drawn to it and thought it was so cool. So I'm really happy that I finally have a pair in my collection, and I got them for a crazy great deal. I paid under $500 for these pumps, which is crazy because they retail online right now for like $1,300. So yeah, just a lot of savings in that area. And back to the style on these ones, I think because it is that very sleek and simple design in the front, it almost becomes like a wardrobe basic or staple of a just classic black pump, but you have the fun element to it that makes it really fun and funky. Not too much where your shoes are going to be a super statement piece. Like, you can still get away with having a more statement piece in your outfit as opposed to just your shoes kind of stealing the show, which nothing wrong with that. I love when my footwear can steal the show. But occasionally it's nice to have something that's a little bit more of a basic for a style. Also, because it is more of a basic, simple look, I feel like I can get a lot more use out of it. These are, again, quite expensive shoes, but I feel like I'm the kind of person where I still want to wear them a lot and get my use out of them and not just look at them. So having this style, I think, is a great way to get a lot of use out of it. Again, not a statement piece, so it can easily be worn a lot of times. I also feel like these shoes can easily be dressed up, dressed down. You can wear this with a pair of jeans, you can wear this with a fancy dress, and I think either way it goes really well. So just overall first impressions on the design, I obviously really love it. I think they're so cute, and again, really versatile because of the more simple kind of business in the front, party in the back style. So I feel like I'm going to be getting a lot of use out of these shoes. All right, now moving on to sizing and comfort. So these shoes I am wearing in a size 4, or technically I think it's like 34. Yeah, a 34, but in American sizes is just take off the 30 part and it's just a size 4. So wearing these in a size 4, I will say I am typically between a 4 and a 5 in heels, depending on how high the heel is. For most shoes, I will just stick with a size 5 because it's mostly the only size available. Like, not a lot of shoes really go down to a size 4, but these ones did. I probably could have gone 4.5 and had a little bit more of a comfortable experience, but I still do fit in the size 4. I think the size 5 would probably just be too big. I have noticed, specifically in designer heels, I tend to run even on the smaller side. Like, most just regular heels, I can get away with the size 5, but a lot of my designer heels, my Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choos, those I kind of need a 4.5, which is a little counterintuitive. I feel like luxury sites always say that their shoes run small, but then I'm needing a smaller size in them, so I don't know how that math really maths, but yeah, this one again is a little on the smaller side, but I think a 4.5 could have been the perfect size. 4 still works. Like, it's not wildly uncomfortable where I can't fit in the shoe or wear it. I also think having the shoe be more fitted and fit well is something that goes into the comfort of it. So if it's too tight, it's gonna squeeze like your toes and your heel, and that's going to be the cause of it being uncomfortable. If they're too big and fit a little loose, as you're walking, you kind of like grip the shoe to keep it on your foot, and that just causes you to be super uncomfortable when you're wearing them. You feel more unstable. So going a size up or down can really make a difference in how comfortable the shoe is, in my opinion. But yeah, so getting just to the general comfort of the shoe, I will not lie to you guys, these shoes are not very comfortable. Like, probably on the low end of comfort, or probably close to a Louis Vuitton uncomfort level of a shoe, which are notorious for being very uncomfortable shoes. So pretty much in that area, in that level of comfort. So not very comfortable at all, but honestly what they lack in comfort, they obviously make up for in style. I will say, I feel like people get nervous with this heel, like how does it work, like the physics of it all, and I don't think the heel is the real cause of these being uncomfortable. It is a pretty thin stiletto, but I've seen other heels with like skinnier stiletto heels. This also has a wide base on the bottom of it, so you can see that this is pretty wide, and I think that honestly helps this be a little bit more comfortable because like the weight is dispersed a little bit more on that. But I think the thing that makes this the most uncomfortable is really the space between the heel and where your ball of your foot sits. So as you can see, there isn't a lot of space between those two areas, and that's definitely what makes your foot feel a little bit more uncomfortable when you're wearing the heels. So I'll use my hands as an example. So if your foot's really high up like this, you're feeling a lot of pressure on it, as opposed to if it's a little bit more spread out. You can see that's a lot less pressure on the ball of your foot. It could be more easily weight distributed between your whole foot. Yeah, so these don't have a lot of space between here, which makes the foot arch up a lot higher. Even though these heels aren't particularly that tall, I want to say they're around 4 inches. So they're not even like a 6-inch heel where you're definitely getting that lift. I think it's really just the squished inness of the heel to the ball of your foot that's making them more uncomfortable. But honestly, I think the rest of the shoe really is not that uncomfortable at all. So this toe box area, I don't really find uncomfortable, even though they are a little bit more snug because I got the size 4. I'm not really feeling any uncomfort there or rubbing or anything weird. Same with up here in the heel area. Does not feel very blister prone. But like I said, this is a first impression, so I haven't really worn these all night long to give you the real dirt. Maybe I'll give an update video on how I'm feeling about them. But yeah, so far I feel like the real level of uncomfortness is going to be on the ball of my foot, just that pressure from the higher arch. But yeah, overall I would say not the most comfortable, but definitely still wearable. I think these would be great to an event where you're sitting perhaps most of the time. Maybe going to a fancy dinner. This could be really cute, or like a holiday party. I feel like holiday party season is going to be coming up so quick, so this would be a great shoe for that. Maybe though not like going out all night, gonna be dancing on your feet. Probably not a wedding if you plan to dance at a wedding. Although there's a lot of sitting happening at weddings, but probably might be pushing it a little far. Definitely recommend for events where you're sitting and don't have to be on your feet too much. I also think the design of this shoe helps it be a little bit more comfortable. I know the more strappy styles, a lot of times that will really squeeze my foot and just make it more uncomfortable on top of the ball of my foot and the arch hurting. Also with slingback styles, sometimes with those styles you feel like it's digging into your heel and that makes it uncomfortable. So like I said when I was talking about picking this design, I think it is the most comfortable design possible of the shoe. But again, these are just so stunning, and it's such a beautiful shoe that I think it's definitely worth the discomfort, which might make me a little crazy. Maybe. But yeah, I just think they're so pretty, and also not the most uncomfortable. Like they're up there, but not the most. But yeah, overall for sizing and comfort, I would say these run pretty true to size, and then comfort, low. Low on comfort. Alright, so that was my full unboxing and first impressions of the Saint Laurent Opyum pumps. Like I was saying, from the design standpoint, I think they are such a stunning shoe. Honestly, a work of art. Just so cool having that logo heel. I think it's just such a fun and funky style. And like I said, these are a pair of shoes that I've wanted in my collection for so long, so I'm just so happy and excited that I have this pair. Again, I did get them on sale on the RealReal, so a really great discount. YSL also has some outlet stores, so if you're wanting to get YSL, I would definitely say to never spend full price, because there are so many options and ways you can get it discounted. So if you are interested in getting these shoes for yourself, I will link them at a few different retailers down below. Also, if you enjoyed this style video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it with your friends. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you just enjoy the luxury unboxing series. I did do an unboxing of another pair of designer heels, which spoiler, were a lot more comfortable, but also very much a fun statement shoe. So if you're into the designer heel unboxing, definitely check out that video after this one. I also unboxed a designer bag. So yeah, if you're into the whole designer unboxing, let me know in the comments down below. Also be sure to check out those videos after this one. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next one.